Hi everybody, it's Claire from Handmade at Hudson's, and over the last few videos I have been showing you how to make these. So these are all Christmas cards which are part of my Claire's Creative Christmas Card Challenge. However, I have realised that if I carry on making as many cards as I have been doing for the last few videos, all the way through to the end of November, I will probably have close to 400 Christmas cards, and I don't know that many people, so as much as it's really brilliant I can send them to people, I'm going to have too many. So I have decided to change my challenge slightly, and then to add a second challenge. So my first challenge, changed slightly, is rather than just creating Christmas cards, I am going to create Christmas creations. And my second challenge is, rather than just creating Christmas cards, I am also going to have a 5 siege challenge, but for celebrations. So it's going to be Claire's Creative Celebration Creation Challenge. So we're going to do birthday cards. So that's what we're going to do today. So in my last video, I showed you, let's move these out of the way. What I did was design a series paper, and I showed you one of my favourite layouts, which is this one, and there's 3 cards there which was in the previous video, and then there's 2 cards there which we're going to create today. So this is one of my favourite layouts because it's so simple, so easy, and if you have a large die, it takes the work out, and also you can choose whether you add further embellishments or not. So I'm going to show you how to make this one today, and I'm going to show you how to make this one on the next video because it's slightly different, and I didn't want the video to be too long. So the sketch for this card is available on my website, and the measurements will be linked in below, and also on my website handmadeathudsons.co.uk. So I'm going to show you how to make this exact card rather than a different one. And I just love the fact that it is so bright and beautiful. So you will need a piece of designer series paper. So I'm using the Playing with Patterns designer series paper, and this is still the 6x6 size. I am going to take my trimmer, and I am going to trim this down to 14.8 so that you all don't get confused. And I've got a strip at the bottom which you can use for different cards if you wanted to. And then I am going to take my 15cm side, and I'm going to cut at 9.5. So that will leave me with a piece of paper which is 9.5 by 14.8, and the other piece of paper should be about, I think it's about 5.5, with a little bit extra on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to 2. So I've got 2 centimeters, and the other one is going to be 2 centimeters. And then this last piece here, which is slightly shorter than 2, I'm going to cut down again, but I'm going to make it 1 centimeter. And I'm just going to attach some tape so that when I lift my finger up, and attach tape at the top as well, when I lift my finger up, that's not going to move. And then these 2 pieces are going to go on the inside of my cards. And I'm going to put these aside because I'm going to use those in my next video So tune in next Sunday for how to use these, or any designer series paper that you use. So this is what I'm going to add to the front of my card, and then I've already made a card base, which is my metric. So that is 21 centimetres, scored at 10.5 by 14.5 centimetres. So if you are doing normal metric, be 14.8. Just so I don't confuse you, all the measurements are linked in below. So this piece here is going to sit on the front of this card. But before I'm going to stick it down, I am going to stamp on it. So then if I get it wrong, I can use this piece of paper for a different card. So I have taken the largest sentiment from Wishing You the Happiest, from the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set. And I'm going to take some Night of Navy. And I am simply going to ink up my stamp. And then I am just going to line this up, and then I'm going to stamp down where I want this to be. So I am aiming for the colours which are not Night of Navy. So I'm aiming for the Glitzer Coral, Crush Curry, Crystal Cabana and Purple Posy. And there my stamp has stamped quite well. And I'm just going to simply add that to the front of my card. So this is definitely a card that you could do a 10 in 20. Make 10 cards in 20 minutes. In fact, you probably can make more, because all you're doing simply is stamping on the designer series paper and adding that to the front of your card. So I'm just going to line up the top, and then it'll leave on my card, or maybe on yours, a little bit of the designer series paper at the bottom. Then all you would do is bring in a trimmer. So I'm just going to bring in my guillotine and line up the excess, and then you just want to chop that off. And then on the inside of my card, I have already placed a piece of white paper, a piece of white with the strip, the extra strip, and I have stamped Happy Birthday, so you'd stamp any Happy Birthday that you have in there, and that is quite pretty. And to finish it off, I'm just going to add some bling. So I've got some epoxy drops, I think, and these are also retiring on the 3rd of May along with the designer series paper, and I can't seem to grab it, and I'm not sure where my Take Your Pick tool's gone. So I'm just going to add a few. I think I might add one there. Like so. So all that is stamped ink paper and a bit of bling. But I do have to point out that if you are using Happiest of Birthdays, you will need a bigger block. So this is an E block, whereas normally I use a D block or one of my kit blocks. So there we have a really simple, cute birthday card that's quick to make, and you can make multiples of with lots of different pieces of DSP. And there is a similar example using exactly the same, just standard series paper and a piece of card, and that's my original. So thank you very much for pressing play on the video today. If you've got any questions, you can contact me. My email is clara@handmade@hudsons.co.uk. You can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Pinterest, you can find me on the Tinterweb, handmade@hudsons.co.uk. And if you are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when I next post a video. Thank you very much for pressing play, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you, bye.